Nama are an African ethnic group of South Africa, Namibia and Botswana. They traditionally speak the Nama language of the Kokowadi language family. Although many Nama also speak Afrikaans. The Nama people are the largest group of the Khoikhoi people, most of whom have largely disappeared as a group, except for the Namas. Many of the Nama clans live in central Namibia and the other smaller groups live in Namaqualand, which today straddles the Namibian border with South Africa. For thousands of years, the Khoisan peoples of South Africa and southern Namibia maintained a nomadic life. The Khoikhoi as pastoralists and the San people as hunter-gatherers. The Nama are a Khoikhoi group. The Nama originally lived around the Orange River in southern Namibia and northern South Africa. The early colonialists referred to them as Hottentots. Their alternative historical name, Namakwa, stems from the addition of the Khoko language suffix, kwa, khwa, meaning, people, to the language name. In 1652, when Jan van Riebeeck, an official of the Dutch East India Company, made a stop at the Cape of Good Hope and pitched his tent for a permanent stay with his company, he found the indigenous settlers called the Khoikhoi there. The Khoikhoi had settled in the Cape region at least 1,000 years before the Dutch arrived. The Dutch found the Khoikhoi at the Cape practicing pastoral farming. They were the first pastoralists in southern Africa. They lived beside the San people, who were hunter-gatherers. The Khoikhoi had a lot of cattle and small livestock which they grazed around the Cape. The region was well suited to their lives as pastoralists because it proved enough water for them and their livestock. Initially, when the Dutch made a stop at the Cape on the way to the Indonesian archipelago, they were concerned with getting fresh produce and water for their people. Indonesia was rich in crops and spices which could not be produced in Europe, which is why the Dutch had major interest there. A large population of Indonesians had been put under slavery by the Dutch, ruled them by force and forced them to work in their plantations. In the Cape, Van Riebeeck initially attempted to get cattle, land, and labor from the Khoikhoi people through negotiation. But when these negotiations failed, conflicts between them and the Dutch began. And that was the genesis of forced labor and slavery in the Cape. The Dutch settlers proved to be more violent. They seized lands of the Khoikhoi to construct farms for wheat and other produce. They forced indigenous people into forced labor, and committed genocidal campaigns against them when they resisted. The indigenous settlers were stripped of their livestock and denied access to grazing and water resources unless they worked for the colonists. Around the 18th and early 19th centuries, as conflicts intensified between the Dutch and indigenous people and the Dutch settlers taking up much space in the colony expanding their settlements, some Khoikhoi communities including the Nama fled north of the colony and crossed the Orange River into German Southwest Africa. With the demise of slavery at the Cape, those Khoikhoi who were left behind were assimilated into the Dutch communities. The Dutch changed their indigenous names and gave them Dutch names. They were stripped of their identity and were given the collective name of Coloureds. In 1991, a part of Namaqualand was named the Richtersveld National Park. In December 2002, ancestral lands, including the park, were returned to community ownership and the governments of South Africa and Namibia began creating a trans-frontier park from the west coast of southern Africa to the desert interior, absorbing the Richtersveld National Park. Today, the Richtersveld National Park is one of the few places where the original Nama traditions survive. There, the Nama move with the seasons and speak their language. The traditional Nama dwelling, the Haru Oms, or portable rush mat-covered domed hut, protects against the blistering sun and is easy to move when grazing becomes scarce. Some Khoikhoi groups including the Nama under the leadership of David Witbooi assumed chieftaincy and remained in that position until 1883. Like his father Moses followed Christian practices and worked closely with Johannes Olp, a Protestant missionary affiliated with Rhenish Missions Gesellschaft who arrived in Gibeon in 1868. Moses supported Olp's efforts to build a church and mission station, and also helped found an RMG school in the settlement. In June 1884 Hendrik Witbooi had taken over leadership from his father, And in that year he began the first of his several treks with his people north into central Damaralan in search of new settlement. He had just resigned from his position in church as an elder a year before. He styled himself as a biblical prophet and gained support of the most prominent families in Gibeon. Witboi established a settlement in Hoornkar.